Second of two here on the Cougars Sports Network. Back-to-back of the men's and women's basketball doubleheader. The men in action next, the Citrus Owls and the Canyons Cougars here from the Cougar Cage. Hello everybody, I'm Matt Robinson. Happy to have you with us. Well, if you're just joining us, you missed a good win for COC on the women's side. 67-50 the final. The Cougars took it. The men going to try and pull the sweep together here of the day. It's going to be a tough test, though, against a very good Citrus Owls team who's 14-2 on the year and 2-0 conference play so far this season. For College of the Canyons under Howard Fisher in his 22nd year as the Cougars head coach, up over 300 wins in his career. 0-2 in conference play. They've lost their last two. Trying to turn things around, avoid their longest losing streak of the season, which would be 3 games. They had won their previous 5 before winning their 2 conference openers against LA Valley and Bakersfield, beat Rio Hondo, West Hills, Lamar, LA Pierce, Mount San Antonio, and Orange Coast College. Cougars have played pretty well for the most part this year. They average 81 points a game, which is 22nd in the state of California, 81.1 to be exact. They shoot about 47% from the floor, which is 19th in the state. And oh, by the way, they're 18th in the state in three-point percentage at 35.4%. So pretty good all around in terms of their offensive production. They get to the line quite a bit as well, 24.5 times this year to the line. That's 6th most, and they make about 17 foul shots, which is 5th most. So talk about the offensive production. It's been pretty good this year for COC. The problem has been give up quite a few points, 76.8 per game against this year. Opponents shoot 45, almost 45.5% against, which is 70th and 73rd in the state. So just kind of a struggle on the defensive side. The one thing they've done well is protect the 3. Opponents shooting just 29% against College of the Canyons this year. Kind of comes down to their big 3 rotation, and those 3 are kind of the ones, big 4 really actually, we should say rotation. They're kind of the ones that stir the drink. Andrew Henderson, of course, coming off a year where he led the Cougars in double-doubles and rebounds, coming in this year already with 256 points, which is 37th most in the state of California. Averages 16-5 in 24 minutes. Coming off the bench mostly this year, not many starts. Gets to the line a lot. 71 of 88 on the year from the foul line. 45, 45th in the state in blocks with 18. And 57th in the state in points per game. Already 748 career points as a College of the Canyons Cougar, averaging 18-point game. You add to him Jimmy Galgano, the sophomore out of Reseda, California, averages 11 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist per game. He's 32nd in the state in three-point shooting percentage at 43.5%, 27 of 62. So when he gets hot from 3, he is very dangerous. Then you have Dylan Barrientos, the slick point guard for COC out of Hart High School. 37th in the state in minutes per game. He averages 31.5 minutes per game. Averages 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Shoots 49% from the floor, which is right now close to the top 50. He's 35th in field goals this year with 93. 47th in points per game with 16.4. And 33rd in the state in points with 263, 613 points in his career as a COC Cougar, as he had 350 in 2021, averaging 15 points. And then the freshman, Jonah Alfaro, who's kind of been a nice surprise out of West Ranch High School. 5th in the state in field goal percentage, shooting 65.9% this year. Pretty much everything coming inside the painted area between the blocks. He's 32nd in offensive rebounds, 42nd in defensive rebounds, 34th in total boards with 133, and 45th in rebounds per game, averaging 8 rebounds per game, 12 points, almost a double-double on the year. So those big 4 are kind of the ones that get things going for COC. They have a tough test tonight against a Citrus team that is deep in terms of players with the ability to score and have played well together. They mesh very well under Brett Lauer in his 6th season as the Owls head coach. 14-2 overall, 2-0 in conference play. Just 3-2 on the road. They're 18th in the state in points per game, averaging 81.8, so pretty even between the 2 teams in terms of points per game. The field goal percentage a little down for Citrus, 42.5%, 60th in the state. You're talking about shooting 42% is 60th in the state. That shows you how crazy the state is this year in terms of shooting percentage. They make 9 3-pointers a game, which is 10th best in the state. They shoot 29.7, which is 3rd most in the state, but they only make about 30% of those. So it's kind of a matter of if the Cougars can keep them from hitting a lot of threes and keep them really limited on their 3-point opportunities. You looked as well for Citrus. They're best in the state defending the three-point field goal, 22.8% against. They only allow 66.8 points per game, which is 11th best in the state. They get it done on both sides of the ball. They've got a few guys as well that really go and put up points and put up defensive effort. Anthony Teo, the sophomore guard out of Cypress High School, 49th in the state in steals with 28 steals, averages 13 points, 3.5 rebounds, and almost 2 assists in the ballgame. Chris Childs, who is out of Consimines Oaks High School, is 46th in the state in assists, 44th in turnovers, so 58 assists, 46 turnovers. So that's kind of the one knock on him this year. Then you look further down, Jaden Johnson averaging 11 points has been a nice addition for Citrus this year on the offensive side. The sophomore out of Granada Hills, 35th in 3 points made this year, 37 of 117. The shooting percentage down, but he sure has hit a lot of them this year in terms of 37. And then you've got Boogie Ujud Gailey. We'll get that as close as we can all game long. He's averaging 9 points, 8 rebounds, 31st in the state in defensive boards, 40th in the state in total rebounds, and 26th in the state in steals with 32. So those four guys, kind of the big four for Citrus. They kind of make the wheels turn for the Owls. As we'll step aside the starting lineups and the opening tip when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. COC and Citrus here on a Wednesday night from the Cougar Cage. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do, and the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
And forward, number 42, Jonah Elfara. And guard number 52, Ben Goldman. The Owls are led by head coach Brett Lauer, currently in his 7th year. Cougars are led by head coach Howard Fisher, his 23rd year, and assistant coach Blaine Kimball. Now let's play basketball.
microphone off the whole first 3 minutes and 2 minutes and 45 seconds, so it's 13-7. 6 points for Boogie Yuta-Jagele here early on. A couple of three-point plays. The Cougars get Quincy Arms into the game, along with Dylan Barrientos. Starters for each side were Yuta-Jagele, Teo, Childs, Johnson, and Barlow for Citrus. As Henderson, a three is no good. Rebound picked up by Citrus, and Uriah Foster running it back the other way. Yuta-Jagele in the corner. Cougars tried to trap, got it to Tello. Teo actually driving and lays it in. He's got his first bucket of the day. And 15-7 the lead for Citrus, an 8-point advantage, largest so far of the game here early on. John Gonzalez misses on a little 10-footer. Easy board, and back the other way comes Citrus. For the Cougars, they started with Gonzalez, Henderson, Harold, Elfara, and Doting. There's another foul on COC, their third of the ball game. We're going to see Dylan Griffin get into the ball game for the first time. Foul went against Henderson, already his second. It's not likely going to send Henderson to the bench. Alfaro with 4 points for COC leading the way. Childs at the line, misses the first. 73% foul shooter on the year. Gonzalez actually checks out. And Griffin back in. They're going to get Mason Savory off the bench to take over for Henderson, as I think Howard Fisher realizes that Henderson has 2 fouls. Actually, I think Henderson was supposed to stay on the floor. Childs makes. So it's a 9-point advantage, 16-7. Citrus still in that full court press. Griffin trapped near the timeline. Got it to Barrientos, who's fouled trying to dribble out of trouble. Foul goes against Teo. So here's Griffin with the basketball, guarded by Lance Rodriguez. Will send it to Elfara, trying to work against Yuta-Jagele. Gets down inside of him to the painted area and lays it in with the left hand. Third left-handed layup for Jonah Elfara that falls. He's got 6 to lead the way for the Cougars, and breaks a little run from Citrus. Cougars get a takeaway off a stop. Griffin went up for a layup that was partially blocked, didn't get it to fall. The ball going to stay with COC, as they say it went out off the Owls. Henderson back up off the bench to check back in. Elfara coming off. I think that's the substitution that the Cougars initially maybe wanted to make, was get Elfara off. So Henderson comes back in. Barrientos will inbound the ball from underneath the Citrus basket on the far side, after Dylan Griffin ties his shoe. Down to Henderson, will go to work. Henderson bumped by Boogie Yuta-Jagele, and he's going to get a foul called against him. Brett Lauer not happy. Trying to work it back in again. They'll work it in for Quincy Arms, who will put up a deep 2 and knocks it down. Good shot from Quincy Arms, his first bucket of the day on a 20-footer. And then coming back up the floor, shot clock had not started, so that's what stops it. We'll put it at 27, not 19. This is 25. Now it's 27. That's what I thought the official was telling them, 27. That's solved, and we go back to work. Here's Rodriguez with the basketball. We're running the point now for Citrus. We'll work off the screen. The foul called on Mason Savory, just too high out, trying to switch. It's called for the block. Drew another one, did Rodriguez, as Savory was right out there off the screen. Pick and roll play, dumped off to Foster, a three, misfires. Rodriguez the rebound, but an offensive, not an offensive foul, just a turnover. Jaden Johnson stepped on the sideline. The Cougars will get the ball back here. 5-point advantage for Citrus, 16-11. Lazy pass in. The Cougars lucky that didn't get stolen away. As Savory with the basketball will get it to Arms. Arms will throw it ahead to Barrientos. Barrientos wanting to drive. Will back it off now. The Cougars will set a half-court offense. Griffin wanting to get it inside. Savory catches. Blocking foul going to be called, as I believe Teo might have been just with his heels on the restricted area. And it's going to send Savory to the line for a pair of shots.
Now Anthony Miller.
Savory, 76% from the line this year. First. Johnson coming off, Teo coming off. Dylan Davis, Chris Childs coming back in. Citrus will go deep into their bench. Man on the roster, and they'll probably use most of it here today as they work on the offensive side. There's Foster with the ball. Some trouble, throws it away, throws it into the backcourt. And they say the ball was not tipped, so it's a backcourt violation. The Cougars get the basketball deep inside the Citrus end. Inbound play, Arms, a jumper, no good. Henderson tipped the rebound to himself, then it ended knocked out as he was trying to go for it. We'll stay with COC here. Cougars work it to Arms again off the inbound play. Travel going to be called on Quincy Arms. Looked like he wanted to get a pass to Andrew Henderson, but then saw a blue jersey from Citrus there and thought better of it, and that's what caused him to travel. So a turnover on COC. 4-point game, 16-12. 14-15 to go here in the first half. Cougars and the Owls. Jimmy Galgano getting up off the bench for the first time today. Savory able to strip the ball away from Childs. Griffin running back, lays it high off the glass as coming back was Foster, and Griffin gets his first bucket of the game. It's a 2-point game. Owls right back offensively, and then Savory swats one away from Childs. Quincy Arms will come out. Galgano coming in. Both teams deep into the bench here early on. 2-point ball game. 6 minutes in, tipped off the inbound, but picking it up was Foster. Got it to Rodriguez, guarded by Barrientos, into the corner. Three-pointer, Suarez on the way is good. Rudy Suarez, a nice little shot from the corner on some good work. 35% three-point shooter on the year. Pushes the lead back up to 5. Barrientos out of the trap, gets it to Henderson. Wing, 3 on the way, no good, rattles in and out. Henderson's had a tough run from 3. It's been very cold from three over his last 8 games. 6 of 29 now from three. Is that one out off of Dylan Griffin? It'll be Citrus basketball. Alfara checking in to take over for Mason Savory here. Citrus to bring it in from underneath the Cougars basket. Rodriguez whips the ball to Childs, who will work it back out along the perimeter. Sends it to Foster, who holds on, guarded by Alfara, puts it on the floor, trying to dribble through him. Little jump stop in the lane, puts it up, gets it to bounce home. Foster wanted a foul, didn't get it. The Cougars need to get it inbound and get it up across the timeline. Henderson just takes his time, throws it to Galgano, pass inside Alfara. Little right-handed layup is good. Alfara with 8 now in the ball game. Leading the way for COC, keeps him within 5. The Owls quickly back onto the offensive side. Suarez, wing 3 from the other side is good. Suarez now with 6. As the lead all the way back up to 8. Henderson, follow-away jumper, no. Alfara, an offensive rebound, deep away from the basket. Kicks it back, Griffin, gets it to Barrientos, 3 from the corner, no. Barrientos follows for his own rebound, drops it, Alfara, lays it in, Alfara with 10. Back to a 6-point lead for the Owls here. Three-pointer from Foster doesn't fall. Cougars outlet quickly. Griffin tried for a Euro step. Gonna be called for an offensive foul. Good job by Lance Rodriguez. Set his feet, drew the foul. The first on Griffin. Already the 5th on COC. There's Childs working with the basketball. Griffin trying to stay right with him. Childs fouled on the floor by Galgano, likely. Yep, Galgano getting called for it. Justice Harper, Quincy Arms in. Griffin and Henderson off. Citrus will inbound from underneath the Canyons basket. Childs will send it in. Suarez gathers. Gets it back, wants to drive against Harper, does. Left-handed layup, no good though. Altered by Alfara. Harper with the rebound will work it ahead for COC. Comes to Alfara straight away. Alfara gonna try and drive here against Suarez, and does. Lays it home with the right hand. Alfara, we talked about one of the best shooters from the floor this year in terms of shooting percentage, 65%. He's 6 of 6 from the floor so far today with 12 points, and all 12 of those coming inside the painted area between the blocks. Citrus gets a nice little drive on a cut to the basket that time by Jamal Briscoe, and a timeout on the floor called by COC with 11 minutes to go. 26-20 in favor of Citrus. We'll stay right here with it. Well, folks, if you've got a business here locally or even an online business and you'd like to promote your business with our crowds here at College of the Canyons, you can do so. Put up a banner at the Cougar cage, or maybe a Cougar Stadium or the Cougar Soccer facility. Maybe an ad here on the Cougar Sports Network. Dial 661-362-3491. 661-362-3491. White space is limited. The athletics department staff will get you dialed in. Set up. You want to keep the Cougar Sports Network going for years to come, we need a little bit of your help. We go back to work in a 6-point game. 9 minutes gone here in the first half. Citrus at one point had a 9-point lead. Cougars able to keep it close though as they go to work on the offensive side. Here's Barrientos, wanted to drop it to Galgano. Had it partially stripped, got it back, got it to Galgano. He stops it up. Looking for Arms. got it to him. Arms now spinning. Pressure defense here from Citrus as they keep the Cougars guessing. Step back, follow away jumper. Barrientos is good from 16 with a hand in his face. Grant Martin was right there. Actually, excuse me, it was a Boogie Yuta Gale right there in his face. But Barrientos, his first bucket of the day on a very difficult shot. Gale, a three-pointer. Galgano speeding by, altered it a little bit, got a hand in the face. Barrientos a rebound, ahead to Galgano. He wanted a wing three, instead steps out of it. Now Barrientos will take one, no good. Rebound goes high up in the air. Childs comes down with it, dribbles around arms, dumps it to the corner, but it was out of the reach of Grant Martin, and it'll be Cougar basketball. Canyons trails by 4. Citrus lead is 26-22 at the moment. Largest was 9 at 16-7. Barrientos trying to slip it inside. Alfara didn't have the pass there, just tried to force it, so it's a turnover. Same thing on the other side as Suarez forced it to Martin, and the Cougars going to take away their own. There's Harper bringing it up the floor. One-on-one with Martin. Kicks it over to Arms on the far wing. He'll bring it back up to the middle of the floor. Got it to Galgano, guarded tightly by Yuta Gale. Double on him, was able to get it to Arms. Extra pass to Harper. He thought about a three, put it on the floor, drove into the paint, dumped it off to Barrientos on the near side in the corner. He's got 6 to work. Needs to try and get an open look. Now Galgano will need to put up a deep three. Just trying to find rim, does. Didn't get it to fall. Fast break back the other way. Harper going to be called for a foul as he takes away an easy bucket from Grant Martin. First foul on Harper, 7th foul on COC. Owls in the bonus. Shooting 1 of 1, at least a 1 of 1 the rest of the way. So Martin makes the first. Martin 65% from the line this year. Alfara off, Harper off, Barrientos off, as Menego, Savory, and Henderson back in for COC. Second of 2, no good for Martin. Cougars will pull it down and go to work. Menego running the point right now for the Cougars. We'll dump it off Galgano. One-on-one with Martin. Trying to take him off the dribble. Spinning away from him now as Martin fell down. Got it to roll around the rim and fall in. First bucket of the day for Galgano. Cougars back within 3. It's a one-possession game, 27-24. Childs with it will send it over. Briscoe wanting to drive. Got an athletic play into the lane, but thought he was fouled. Didn't get the bucket, missed on the shot. Galgano back the other way. Arms now with it for COC. We'll get it to Menego, and the Cougars will slow things down just a touch. Henderson. Gale right on top of him. Works off the Galgano screen. Spins away from Martin. Into the painted area. Lays it home with the right hand. It's a 1-point game. Briscoe quickly back the other way. Draws the foul on Menego. Gets himself to the line for a pair of shots. Cougars do a good job getting the ball up the floor, getting it to Henderson, who makes an athletic play to spin it and get a bucket, but then fail to get back defensively, and they give Briscoe a chance at the charity stripe. Jamal, a 64% foul shooter, makes the first. Grant Martin coming off. Ty Barlow back in. 8:08 to go in a 2-point game. 28-26, Citrus in the lead. Cougars led by 3 at one point, 5-2. The Owls led by 9 at 16-7, and now they have a 3-point advantage. The game pretty tight here early on. Citrus backing off out of that full court press they've been in for most of this first half. Henderson will work with the basketball for COC. Sends it to Menego on the near side, guarded by Childs. Will get it up top to Arms, then along to Henderson. Henderson, step back 3 with 8 to shoot, was short. Menego cutting through, couldn't get the rebound. Instead, Childs comes away, sends it to Briscoe, back to Childs, who couldn't quite handle. Now gets away from Henderson and puts it a Little fadeaway jumper that's good. Childs now with 5. 31-26 the advantage. Back to a 5-point lead. Menego. The bank is open off the window from the foul stripe is good. Little 15-footer from Menego that time. Back to a one-possession game. Here's Barlow, sends it over. Childs puts it on the floor. Dumps it off to Barlow on a little roll-in, but Barlow couldn't get it to fall on a little floater. Cougars back ahead. Arms to Menego. He'll set up the offense, puts up a couple of fingers. Cougars will go to work. Menego off the Galgano screen, dribbled it off his own foot, trying to go behind his back. It's a breakaway here for Childs, who slams it over the top of Savory. Score it in the foul. Is Savory going to be called for a foul on Childs? Just about puts him on a poster there. Second foul on Savory. Griffin and Savory off. Galgano and Alfara back in. Chance to make it a 6-point game with Childs at the line. Childs with 7, leading the way for Citrus. Makes it, give him 8, make it a 6-point lead. Childs gonna come off. Lance Rodriguez back on. .6:35 to go here in the first half. 34-28, Citrus out in front. Cougars with the basketball. So Farah for Canyons will catch and give it off to Henderson. Calls for Menego to run towards it. Now wants to work against Rodriguez. Instead to Alfara, who gets to the basket around Barlow but couldn't make it. And then Henderson, a putback chance that didn't go. But the Cougars will get the ball back as Citrus couldn't keep it in play. Often see Alfara miss from that deep. He was 6 for 6 at that point. Now 6 for 7. The Cougars go back to work at the basketball here. Arms will get it to Griffin. Back to Arms in the far corner. Arms trying to work his way into the paint, throws one high off the glass. Was trying to draw a foul, didn't get it. Citrus back the other way. Griffin able to get a strip, and the Cougars will save it. Good play from Arms. Griffin right back, stops and pops from 15, no. Citrus will pick it back up and work back up the floor. Davis. Driving into the paint, dumps it off. Corner Johnson thought about a 3. Instead, will step into an 18-footer that doesn't fall. Barlow the rebound, a foul underneath the basket. Going to be called against Dylan Griffin. Will send Barlow to the line for 1-1. Second foul on Dylan Griffin. The 10th foul on COC puts Citrus in the plus. Barlow makes it first. Barlow an 83% foul shooter this year. Menego off. Griffin off. Barrientos and Gonzalez back in. Barlow makes both. Lead back up to 8. 34-28, or make it 9. Let me do some better math. Make it 7. Not a mathematician, not my strong suit. Not sure what the whistle was for. I have a feeling it was the clock didn't get started on time. That is indeed what it was. It's 26 seconds on the shot clock, 5:40 on the game clock. Gonzalez wanted to dump it to Griffin, or to Barrientos, excuse me, but he's tied up tightly by Rodriguez. Cougars work it to Barrientos. Little floater off the window is good. Within 5 are College of the Canyons. Barlow with 3, knocks it down. Barlow 0 for 2 till this point, knocks down his first 3 of the game. Lead back up to 8. Anderson with the basketball for COC. Guarded by Coleman. To Arms, now to Alfaro, works around Rodriguez. The Cougars will take that matchup all day long with Rodriguez guarding Alfaro. And Alfaro now with 14, lays it in, gets it back to a 6-point game. Barlow to try and make it a 9-point lead once again. No. The putback no good that time from Coleman. Tried to slam it with one hand. Cougars a fast break the other way, but they turn it over. Suarez back in, takes over for Jaden Johnson. Johnson's had a tough night so far. Just 1 of 3 from the floor, knocked down 3, and that's been his. Rodriguez going to work, running the point. Citrus going small here. They try to go for a little razzle-dazzle to Coleman. Instead he just catches, works his way around Arms and puts it in. Definitely set up for Coleman on an alley-oop, and he just decided I don't have the leap on it, and I'll just catch it and put a bucket in anyway. Back to an 8-point lead. Arms with the basketball for COC, spinning towards the painted area, dumped it off to Alfaro, back to Arms, over to Barrientos, gets it to Alfaro again, who's going to work against Barlow here, into the painted area, spinning around, got up with the left hand and put it in. Alfaro just so good from down low. Puts another one in, give him 16 in the ball game, and I guess he's 7 for 7. Make him 8 for 8 actually after that. He pulls down a defensive rebound. Barrientos driving, trying to draw a foul, didn't get it. Instead got stripped. Citrus back the other way. Rodriguez dribbles behind his own back, sends it over to Davis. 3-pointer on the way is good. Dylan Davis knocks it down. His first bucket of the ball game. It's an even 10-point lead for Citrus, 44-34. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Henderson, Alfaro calling for the ball. Instead, Henderson finds Gonzalez inside. It's blocked by Coleman. Back the other way comes Citrus on a fast break. Instead, they'll slow it up. Coleman has the ball. One-on-one with Alfaro here. Gets around him into the paint, is fouled by Gonzalez from behind. So Coleman to the line. First trip to the line for him today. Citrus already in the ball game, 11 free throws. So just 2 for COC. Coleman short on the first. Indeed, with Coleman this year, 38% foul shooter out of Newark Memorial High School. Second one rattles home, an 11-point lead, 45-34. Remember, the Owls on an 11-game winning streak right now. Been one of the better teams in the state of California this season, 14-2. Right now have an 11-point advantage here on the road against COC. Barrientos driving, fouled going up. Goes against Chris Childs. It'll be the first on Childs. It'll send Barrientos to the line for a pair of shots. Citrus wanted an initial foul on Barrientos on the drive. Thought he shoved off. The second trip to the line today for COC. Barrientos 76% from the line this season. The fourth foul shot for the Cougars coming. With 2:26 to go in the first half. Barrientos makes them both. Harper on. Alfaro going to get a spell for the final 2:26. Boy, has he put in some good work here. 12 minutes, he's got 16 points. He's 8 of 8 from the floor. Citrus with the 9-point advantage. They work it inside. Foster trying to get around Henderson. Draws the foul on Henderson. That's going to be the third on Henderson. Foster to the line, misses the first. First trip to the line today from Foster. Second is good. Back to an even 10-point lead. About 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Gonzalez bringing the ball up the floor for COC. He's off the Harper screen to his right. Dumps it off to Barrientos. Barrientos finds some open space. Misses on an 18-footer, but Gonzalez got the rebound. Back into the corner to Barrientos, who will set it back up. Barrientos wants to take a man off the dribble. Instead, stops it up. Gets it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a wild 18-footer that doesn't go. It's out off of Citrus. It'll stay with Canyons. Barrientos off the inbound, working. Wants to drive baseline. Dumps it inside. Harper fouled. Foul going to go against Foster. And we'll send Justice Harper to the line for a pair of shots. 53% foul shooter on the year. Cougars trailing by 10. You'd like to get it back within a possession or two if you can in the final minute 37. Harper misses the second. 9-point Citrus advantage here. Rodriguez kicks it back to Suarez. Got it inside. Foster fouled by Barrientos. So Foster to the line. First foul on Barrientos. Foster missed the first. Harold back into the game. Second of 2 is good for Foster. Lead back up to 10. 1:23 to go. Cougars need to get it across the timeline. Gonzalez does. Harper catches right near the foul line. Sit back Galgano, wing 3, blocked. Harold stripping through, but he stepped on the end line. It'll be Citrus basketball. So you're trying to get back within a possession or two. Instead, you trail by 10 right now, and it could be 12. 60 seconds to go here in the first half. Rodriguez brings it ahead, works off the screen. Cougars switching, got it into the corner. Suarez, who's already knocked down a couple of threes, making his third. 3 for 3 from triple so far today. He's got 9 points. The lead now 13, 50 to 37. Here's Alfaro. Off the glass, no. Harper couldn't get it. Citrus with the shot clock off. Can get it to 15 at the least right now. Suarez driving baseline, throws it out high. Davis catches, slows things down for Rodriguez. They'll look for the final shot here with 10 to go. Rodriguez around the screen, sends it to Davis. Corner three on the way, no good. Ball tipped out off of COC with 1.7. So Citrus will get a chance on an inbound play to try and get it to a 15-point advantage or more. Lead 50-37 at the moment. They'll get it in. Davis, the Cougars were sleeping. Davis almost knocked it down, but it rattled in and out. So that'll end the first half, 50-37 in favor of Citrus, a 13-point advantage. We'll take the timeout here on the Cougar Sports Network. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
The future is yours, so let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit, 0 textbook cost class options, and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Getting ready for second half action, COC and Citrus here from the Cougar cage. The Owls with a 13-point advantage at the halftime break, 50-37. Have the advantage pretty much all over the floor. 16 of 35 from the field, 6 of 14 from 3, 12 of 17 from the line. They out-rebounded the Cougars by 4, 21-7. They had more assists by 3. The only thing the Cougars had more of were blocks and fouls in that first half, and turnovers as well. Cougars 9 turnovers in the first half, leading to 11 Citrus points. For the Owls, they start with the basketball. Rudy Suarez with 9 points, leading the way, 3 of 3 from downtown for the Cougars. Jonah Alfara, 8 of 9 from inside the painted area with 16 points to lead all scorers on the floor. The Owls quickly come back out into the offense, as they'll get a little runner, and an offensive foul going to be called against Teo. It's going to be his third. Cougars get a stop on their first possession. They go to work offensively. Offensive foul called against Andrew Henderson. That's going to be his third. And so now you've got Teo and Henderson each with 3. Knocked down Childs, who's on the baseline as it's Cougar basketball. So neither side sharp offensively to start here in the second half. Barrientos, who was quiet in the first half, misfires short on a three-pointer. Udogele trying to run back the other way, had it stripped, but it'll stay with Citrus. Barrientos in the first half, 12 minutes, just 6 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. For Boogie Udogele, 13 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist, 2 steals. As Barrientos comes out, Gonzalez comes in. Teo, little floater, no, and he's going to be called for another offensive foul. That's now 4 on him. At least I think it's 4 on him. Nobody scored, so the stat sheet hasn't ticked up. It's the same scores we started with, almost minute and a half in. 50-37 as the Cougars turn it over again. Poor offensive run that time by COC. Suarez, who leads the way for Citrus, dribbles out of some trouble. Udogele spinning into the paint. Henderson altered the shot. Alfara pulls down the board. Henderson will bring it back up the floor after the outlet from Alfara. Suarez trying to strip him. Alfara gonna cut and get a pass. Lay it up with the left hand and get it to go. First bucket of the second half goes to who else but Jonah Alfara. 9 of 10 from the field. Lead down to 11 for Citrus. Make it 14 here, which would be the largest, but a misfire from Johnson. Alfara aboard. Looking for an outlet pass and finds Henderson. So Alfara again inside. Give him another. Alfara staying hot here for COC. Back-to-back buckets for the big man. Now he's got 20 in the ballgame. One off his season high. Three-pointer Barlow is good. Just when the Cougars get back within 9, Barlow knocks down to 3 to make it a 12-point game. timeline here. The Cougars go to work offensively. Gonzalez works towards the center of the floor. Got it to Arms. Arms along the baseline. Reverse layup doesn't fall. Alfara couldn't handle the rebound, but it's off of Barlow, they say, so it'll be Cougar basketball. Henderson, who was quiet in the first half, just 2 points. Fadeaway jumper is good. Nice shot from Andrew Henderson. Cougars back within 10 now. Just the second field goal of the game for Andrew Henderson. 2 of 8 from the floor here early on. Doesn't foul, is going up for an easy bucket was Uriah Foster. Lead back up to 12 for Citrus Houston. Just keeping the Cougars at arm's reach right now. Here's Gonzalez, gets away from Yuta Jagele, gets it over to Griffin. Top Henderson, guarded by Childs, puts it on the floor, goes behind his back, dribbles into trouble, loses the basketball. Just a straight turnover on Henderson, trying to do too much. Yuta Jagele back the other way, countered in the foul. It's going to go against Dylan Griffin. 14 points is the advantage, a chance to get it to 15. Timeout on the floor by Howard. Fisher wants to talk about it. We'll take a break as well.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
.16 to go here in the ball game. Just underway in the second half. 57-43 the lead for Citrus. So Yuta Jagele going to the line. Makes the foul shot, so it's a 15-point advantage. So Citrus has stretched it out. Then there's a foul down low away from the basketball. It's going to go against Uriah Foster. Second on Foster. Cougars get it into Alfara. Cougars will get it back into play. Fadeaway jumper from Henderson again. Just falling away, missed short. Yuta Jagele sprints it back ahead. Corner three, Johnson, no good. Foster cruising through, gets the rebound, but Johnson stepped on the end line. The Cougars get a bit of a break. Cougars will quickly come back in with it. Griffin trapped in the corner, trying to get out of trouble, just throws it off of Suarez as hard as he could. And it'll stay with COC here. Griffin going to be fouled. It's going to go against Jaden Johnson here. Should be his second foul.
Jaden Johnson.
Then a technical foul going to be called against Jaden Johnson.
Number 10, Jaden Johnson.
So that's going to send Quincy Arms to the line. He was an 86% foul shooter. Get a free point for COC. Chance to get a second. It's a 14-point game, can get it to 13 as Johnson picks up 2 quick fouls. In just a couple of seconds, and comes to the bench after the technical foul. Arms makes both. The Cougars will stay with the basket. It's 58-45, the lead for Citrus right now. It's 13. Cougars line up in front of Arms, try and open up a inbound play. They'll get it to Gonzalez. Udajagele staying right with him. Almost had the strip, but almost slipped. Gonzalez still working. Will drop it to Arms. Arms throwing inside. Elfara had it stripped. Is cutting across there was Dylan Davis to knock it away. Citrus quickly back ahead. Foster, 2 big strides to the basket, lays it in. Back to a 15-point lead at 60-45. Gonzalez, foul line jumper, good shot from 15 feet in transition. His first bucket of the day. Cougars trying to get it back close. Suarez stepped on the end line. Cougars will get the basketball back. Barrientos will check into the ball game for COC. Citrus getting help from everywhere right now. Barlow with 10, Udajagele with 9, Suarez with 9, Childs and Foster each with 8. Then you look Briscoe, Davis, Johnson, Coleman, Teo, and Martin all have points in the ball game. Foul going to be called against Citrus here. Cougars, most of their 47 have come from one man, and Jonah Elfara, 20 points. Barrientos, Arms, Henderson, Harold, Griffin, Gonzalez, Menego, Galgano, Savory, Harper all have points, but everybody is under 6. Here's Henderson with the basketball, working sideline to baseline against Udajagele. Follow-away jumper, good. Nice little shot, Andrew Henderson. Henderson's now got 6. Cougars back within 11. Get a stop on the defensive side. Savory will get the outlet after pulling down the board. Got it to Barrientos, who drives, kicks. Gonzalez, extra pass, corner 3. Henderson is good. Just his 7th three-pointer in the last 8 games. 7 for 30 over the last 8, or 7 for 31 over the last 8, but that's a big shot, gets it back to an 8-point game. Udajagele, a corner 3 to try and match, air ball. Griffin comes away with it, runs it back ahead. Cougars trying to charge here, trailing by 8. There's Barrientos. Wanted to drive, instead will drop it off. Gonzalez, spinning. Travel going to be called against Gonzalez. Cougars on a 7-2 run right now. Lance Rodriguez off. Chris Childs back on. Childs 8 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist in the first half. 12 minutes. 12 of the 16 Owls played in the first half. Stay with that similar rotation. Offensive foul going to be called here against Grant Martin. Lee Martin's first is Savory outside the restricted area, had his feet set, drew the offensive foul. And the Cougars are already in the bonus now. After a first half, we saw the Cougars get called for 13 fouls to just 6 for Citrus. The tide has turned a bit. The Cougars going to shoot foul shots the rest of the way. Still 13 minutes to go in the ball game. Gonzalez with DeGailey right on him. Get it over to Henderson, now to Savory. Back to Gonzalez, now to Griffin. Dribbles towards the painted area. He's fouled on a reach called against Rudy Suarez. Will be his first. Will send Dylan Griffin to the line for a 1-and-1. A 68% foul shooter on the year.
Dylan Griffin to the line for 1-and-1.
Griffin gets the first of the 1-and-1 just to roll in. Touched just about every portion of the rim that it could and fell home. Lead down to 7, a chance to get it back within 2 possessions at 6. Second from Griffin falls. 60-54, the advantage for Citrus. Cougars back within 6. They trailed by 15 at one point here in the second half. They've tightened down the gap. Pressure defense here from Canyons. Childs with the basketball. Griffin right on top of it. Works to his left, dumps it off. Suarez, who's already knocked down 3 threes, misses on that one. And then a foul on the rebound, probably going against Gonzalez. And no, it went against Mason Savory. His 3rd foul. For Suarez, that 3 was his first miss from downtown. It was 3 for 3 until that. Citrus gets the ball back. Griffin off the floor. Arms back in there. Here's a 3 from Davis, no good. Rebound by Martin, able to get it to Suarez. Step back, jumper over the top of Arms, no good. DeGailey couldn't hold the rebound as it bounced off the baseline. Cougars will get the ball back off of a couple of misses and some second chance opportunities from Citrus that don't haunt the Cougars. So 6-point advantage. 12:30 to go. Cougars, of course, in the plus or in the bonus, as we said, shooting 1-on-1 for at least the next 2 fouls. Here's Savory with the basketball, working against Martin. Wants to back him down. Instead, will get it to Arms with 8 to shoot. Arms, little falling jumper to his side, couldn't get it. Henderson able to get the offensive board. Cougars will reset here. Barrientos gets around. DeGailey, after he lost the ball, picked it back up, had it stripped out of his hands, and a tie-up on the floor. Possession arrow with COC. As Suarez with some good work down on the floor to create the tie-up. That'll help Citrus as the possession arrow will change into their favor after the inbound play from COC. The possession arrow could become important late in the game. Howard Fisher wants a timeout. Well, you're tired of eating at home? Stop in by your nearest Jersey Mike's. Try the classic number 7 turkey on provolone. Turkey and provolone. Make sure you get it Mike's Way. It's Jersey Mike's, one of our awesome sponsors here at COC. We appreciate all the help they provide us. Sure provide us some good food during football season. So Jersey Mike's, a sub above. It's out of the timeout, 60-54. Citrus in front, Cougars with the basketball. Some sad news out of USC today. Former Heisman Trophy winner. And back in 1979, Charles White passed away at 64. Tough to hear. Had quite a few of those as of late. We go back to work in this one. 60-54, and a turnover on the inbound from Quincy Arms. So Howard Fisher, now all he can do is just kind of lean back in his chair. You never want to see that. You get an inbound play, you turn it over on the inbound play after a timeout, and it's just compounding mistakes. So you waste a timeout, you turn the ball over. It stays a 6-point lead for Citrus as the Owls go back to work on the offensive side. Childs working against Gonzalez. Will ship it over to DeGailey. He'll work against Henderson. Drives, kicks, corner. Childs lost it, got it back to Briscoe. Briscoe trying to drive, foul on the floor. against Dylan Barrientos. Going to be Barrientos' second foul. Alfara in, Savory off. Suarez, another three. That's his fourth of the ball game. Just knocks it down. 9-point lead once again for Citrus. Suarez, a guy, only averages 7 points a game. Shoots 35% from the floor, but over his last 4 coming in today, it was 6 of 18. He's found his stroke again today, 4 of 5. Henderson gets an easy bucket and a good pass from Barrientos. 7-point advantage for the Owls here as they go to work slowing it down. Childs in the half-court offense will hold. Needs to put the ball on the floor. Move it, decides to put it on the floor and throws it away. Drove into the painted area, threw a pass between Briscoe and Suarez. It was about 50-50. Neither went for it. It goes out. It's Cougar basketball. Barrientos fresh out of that timeout with a little tape on his hand. Left thumb maybe bothering him a little bit. Kind of waves off some bodies, gets it over to Alfara. He'll get it to Henderson. Henderson against Yuta Jagele, and Yuta Jagele going to be called for a reach foul. Henderson going to go to the line for 1-and-1. And for Andrew Henderson, who is a really good foul shooter, talk about an 80% foul shooter, has shot 88 foul shots on the season. This is just his first trip to the line today, and that's usually where he really makes the points, is from the line. He's got 11 and 6 today with a couple of assists. His first trip to the line, a 1-and-1. Of course, the broadcaster jinx remains in full effect. He misses on the first. Back the other way comes Citrus. Suarez with it. Will kick it up to Childs. Childs with Gonzalez right on him. Drives to the paint. Stops at the foul line. Kicks it to Suarez. Gets it inside to Mine. Double team near the corner. Cougars in a zone defense. Yuta Jagele breaks through it but misses. The putback there for Suarez, though, kind of just tapped Alfara's hand and put it back in. So Suarez having a nice night. 4 of 5 from 3. 14 points in the ball game. Henderson short on a 15-footer. Lead is 9 once again. Suarez misses on a 3. Long rebound to Gonzalez. Speeds right ahead. Had it stripped out from behind by Briscoe. And then Briscoe fouled running back up the floor. Foul going to be against, I want to say Jonah Alfara, and I'm correct, it's against Jonah Alfara. Dylan Barrientos was coming out, but instead Jacob Gonzalez coming out for Mason Savory, and actually Barrientos came out for Griffin. Gale inside Childs. Over the top of Griffin, an easy bucket, 11-point lead. So just when the Cougars got it back within 6, Citrus able to push it back ahead to 11. 10 minutes to go, a little less than 10 minutes to go here in the second half. Farr, who's been quiet since getting that 20-point mark early in this second half. Had it for a moment. Cougars got it to Arms, tried to draw a foul. Instead was stripped of the ball. Suarez, a pass that was behind Childs, but fought for it, got it away from Griffin. Briscoe, a straightaway 3 that rattles in and out. Alfara tied up with Martin. It's a jump ball tie-up, a possession arrow with Citrus. Cougars will get Casmanego on the floor. So after they got into the bonus, the Cougars have not been able to draw into the foul, really, just one. Foul going to be against Dylan Griffin here for a hug, a hold. That's the third on, either the third or the fourth on Griffin. Briscoe, little floater is good. 13 points the advantage once again for Citrus. Cougars within 6 and have lost that rhythm they had early on in this second half. Menego calling for Henderson for the ball. Henderson has it with Yuta Jagele right on him. Backs him off a little bit on the drive. Now works off the screen, spins through a couple, dumps it to Savory, who's fouled going up. Mason Savory will go to the line. Now the Cougars in the plus, so Canyons will shoot 2 the rest of the way. 8:22 to go. Trailing by 13 at the moment. Savory 1 of 2 from the line, 2 of 3. Van Doten coming in. Take over for Dylan Griffin, who's upset. Savory makes both. 11-point game. Back to a 13-point game as Martin able to get around Menego to get a bucket. Citrus a little disorganized on the defensive trap, so the Cougars get an easy break up into the front side of the floor. Henderson will go to work one-on-one, misses on a layup, just had too much speed. Outlet ahead off the rebound to Briscoe. Drive, fouled from behind by Menego maybe here? Yep, gonna be against Kaz Menego. Briscoe to line for a pair. Citrus in the bonus. First for Briscoe is good. Briscoe 3 of 3 from the line. 7 points in the ball game. Point lead once again for Citrus. That's been their largest of the day. Alfara for his season high has it at 22 as he lays it in with the right hand. Alfara's been excessively efficient today. 11 of 12 from the floor. 21 points for him. That's a season high. And timeout. I'm not sure what the timeout is for. Grant Martin maybe, oh, Grant Martin might have some blood on his jersey or on his hand, so they have to send him off. So Jaden Johnson comes back in. Uriah Foster back in there as well. Childs. 15 to shoot here. He's got plenty of time to work in isolation here against Menego. Gets it to Johnson, who drives baseline. Ball tipped out by Barrientos. Citrus with 7 to shoot. Cougars last lead all the way back in the first half, way back in the 17-minute mark, just about. 5-2 lead. Actually, the last lead was 7-4 for COC. Since then, Citrus has powered up to a 13-point advantage, making a 16-point advantage, 76-60. Largest lead of the night for Citrus now. Outscored the Cougars 50-37 in the first half. It's been a little tighter here in the second, but just have not been able to get close. Harper an air ball. Citrus trying to pass to Foster. Johnson was catching, floating through the air. The Owls able to keep control and go to work offensively. Here's Briscoe working against Harper, showing off the athleticism, driving on the crossover dribble and lays it in with the right hand. Briscoe now with 13. Doughton underneath gets his first bucket of the ball game. Howard Fisher takes a timeout. It's just a 30-second timeout here for COC. Oh, actually, maybe it's a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. 78-62, Citrus out in front.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
.616 to go, 78-62. Citrus leading Canyons. Led by as much as 18 here in the last few moments. Could be 19 now. Johnson knocks down a three. The largest lead of the night at 19. Cougars will keep the basketball. Dylan Griffin checking back in. Johnson, who was quiet, really quiet to that point. Now with 6 in the ball game. And Citrus doing this without Anthony Teo, who's got 4 fouls, has been on the bench. Their leading scorer averaging 13.5 a game, but hasn't been needed. They've gotten 14 out of Suarez, 13 out of Briscoe, 10 out of Childs, 10 out of Barlow, 9 from Yuta Jagale. Foster with 8 and Johnson with 6. So the notable scorers for Citrus. For COC, Henderson with 11 and 6, but Alfaro has been the man for them. 22 on 11 of 12 shooting with 3 rebounds and 6. Just has not been enough. They have not been able to keep pace with the athleticism of Citrus. A 3-pointer from Davis, no good. Griffin the rebound. Menego. Cougars trying to play in transition, and an offensive foul called against Menego. Drawn underneath the basket by Uriah Foster. Foster there. As he finishes off. Henderson a little jumper, no. Menego couldn't pull down the rebound. Childs instead gets to Foster athletically around. Harper lays it in. Lead is now 21 for Citrus. 85-64. 4:15 to go. It's just been a rough one again for COC here on their home floor. Unless they can turn up a miracle here. 4:03 to go. Going to fall to 0-3 in conference play most likely. And for Citrus, I mean, you expect this from Citrus really right now. They've played very good basketball for Brett Lauer this year. 14-2 on the season, 11-game winning streak. Their last loss part of a 2-game losing streak way back. On November 19th against Riverside, they actually lost to Cerritos 56-51 and then Riverside 84-78, but have rolled since then. Look at some of the wins. Barrientos got it back to 20, but it's going to stay a 20-point game. You look at some of the Citrus wins this year: 105-59 over LA Pierce, 76-52 over Cerro Coso, 72-59 over Porterville, 95-70 over LA Southwest. A tight one against Chaffee, 83-82, escaped in that one. Put up a nice 10-point win over San Diego City, 79-62. Beat West Hills Lemoore by 20. Squeezed by LA Harbor College, but then blew out Moore Park. Beat Bakersfield by 13 as Griffin blocked coming back, but it's goaltending called against Foster. Of course, blew out Santa Monica 106-79 in Citrus. The Cougars get a bucket off a goaltending by Foster. It's an 18-point game with less than 3.5 to go. Cougars come out in the full press. DeGailey slips the steal attempt from Alfara and then draws the blocking foul on Andrew Henderson. So 2 shots for Gailey here, trying to get to double figures. Missed on the first, sitting at 9 right now. 9-7, and an assist, a couple of steals. He's had an active day. Misses on the second. The Cougars can't get the rebound. Griffin had it in his hands and it just bounced right out. So Yuta Jagale just drives around arms but misses on a wide open layup. Cougars catch a break there. They get it inside to Alfara, who's got 24 now, who's 12 of 13 from the floor. Down to 16. Foster, offensive foul. Henderson draws it. All right, so 16-point lead. Can you get it to 14 now next time down the floor? Dug yourself a big hole and a late opportunity to do it, but stranger things have happened before. Here's Barrientos with the basketball. Looks to his left, got it to Griffin. Corner 3 on the way, no good. Rebound pulled down by Childs. That was a chance. Try and get it back in a little bit closer, but you miss on an open look. Childs driving, gets an open look for Coleman for 3, no good. And then Griffin undercut Foster. Now the official's going to talk here. The Citrus coaches up off the bench. Mark Carbone, I believe. He was unhappy with that. And now, some yelling back and forth. Brett Lauer was hollering over at the COC bench. They weren't happy with the foul on Griffin. Kind of undercut Coleman or Foster, so I understand it. I don't think it was anything malicious off of Dylan Griffin. The officials talking about it here. Seeing if it's a flagrant or not. Certainly a hard foul. The ball was loose. Guys were going for it. It's just the fourth on Griffin. Did, I believe, call it a flagrant. So it'll send Foster to the line. Foster makes them both. It's 5 fouls on Dylan Griffin. So we'll get Monego back in the game. So back to an 18-point advantage for Citrus, and they'll keep the basketball after the 2 flagrant shots. Kyle's taking as much time as they can here. Rodriguez working off the screen, finds Foster, extra pass, just Gailey driving baseline, fouled by Arms, going to the basket, will get himself to the line for a pair of shots. So back to get it to a 20-point game. Gailey makes the first. Second is there as well. So back to 20-point game, 89-69. The Owls cruising once again. Poised to extend the winning streak to 12 games. Stay perfect in conference play, as Monego will get himself to the line. Sometimes fans just crack me up here in the building, calling for a flagrant foul on something that wasn't a flagrant foul. First from Monego, no good. So you look Alfaro, 12 of 13 from the floor. Great night for him. 24 points, a season high, but it's going to come in a losing effort. For Citrus, Suarez and Foster each with 14 leading the way. Still a little bit of time to go, so that could change as Monego makes one of the 2. Davies. Shoulder shake, trying to work around Arms. Got it back to Foster. Drops to Rodriguez, who will take his time here on the offensive side. Had it stripped. Went out of bounds. Barrientos would have had a breakaway had it not. But It'll go to COC here. Manego driving, lays it in. Foster gonna get a two-handed flush on the other side. Final few ticking off here. Barrientos driving. Off the window, no. Henderson, the rebound, the putback for 13 for Andrew Henderson. Timeout called here. Citrus celebrating. Timeout from COC. Howard Fisher does not look happy with something that's happened on the floor. So 41 left. Citrus will bring it up the floor. Foster, who's leading with 16 now, had it for a moment. Rodriguez will get it inside. Coleman fouled from behind by Henderson. That's 5 on Henderson. So the Cougars need to get somebody up off the bench onto the floor. Sean Harold going to come in and do it. First from Foster, no good. 25.6 to go. Citrus going to improve to a 12-game winning streak, 15-2 on the year. Coleman makes one of 2. Barrientos goes quick here. Drops it for Arms. Back to Barrientos, who will put up a 3, no good. Manego, the follow, no good. Rebound Rodriguez. Got it over to Suarez, who will break the timeline. Foster will dump it off to Coleman, dribble out the final couple. And Citrus will take a 92-74 win over COC. They beat them by 18. They improve their winning streak to 12 games. Cougars fall to 0-3 on conference play. Another tough night here at home. They'll have a week away, and they'll come back next Saturday for a doubleheader, men's and women's basketball. In a couple of weeks' time. We thank you for joining us here on the Cougar Sports Network. We hope you join us next time as well. Let's check the schedule for more basketball here on the Cougar Sports Network. Have a good rest of your Wednesday, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your week.
Would you like to